Hello, my name is Amy Wilkes, and I have been working with the boys lacrosse team, the North Allegheny boys lacrosse team, doing some yoga over the past few weeks. And tonight we're just going to demo 5 poses that are kind of essential for post-game or post-practice. So let's get started. All right, the very first pose is a wide-legged fold. So the legs go nice and wide. We're going to clasp the hands behind the back. Take a big breath in and open up the chest. Send your knuckles down and then fold forward as you exhale. Nice. So you're letting the knuckles go high towards the ceiling. We're stretching out the shoulders here, the backs of the legs. So we're also stretching out the chest, right? All the muscles that these guys need for throwing. Good. Stay down there. Take a big breath in. And then stay and breathe out. And then come all the way up to a stand. Good. And then go ahead and have a seat on your mat. The second pose is a wide-legged seated stretch. So legs are wide. The back's nice and strong and tall, nice tall spine. And then just take your fingers and start to walk them out in front of you. Try to keep the back flat. Yeah, and then take a big breath here. Now as you exhale, go ahead and round your back and fold. Yeah, so stay here and breathe. So we're using some of the breathing techniques that we've been working on. Nice slow inhales and exhales. Good, breathe. So we're getting into the low back here. All the running and changing direction that these guys do, and a lot of strain and stress on the low back. So this is a perfect stretch for the low back, tightness and soreness in the low back. All right, guys, come on up. And then make your way into a low runner's lunge. So the right foot forward to start. Good. And then we're setting the back knee down. We're setting up here for a pose called lizard. You can see the guys have their hands on the inside of the right foot. Back knee is flat. Walk your back knee back a little bit. So drop your back knee and uncurl your toes. Yeah. Now this might be enough of a stretch. If you need a little more, you can come down to your forearms here. And then the right toes can turn towards the corner of the mat, and then right knee can fall open just a little bit. You can roll out onto the pinky side of your right foot. Good, so this is lizard pose. We're stretching and strengthening the hip flexors, constantly in use on the field. This is also a great stretch for preventing low back soreness. Okay, straighten your arms, lift your chest, and then right away just come into a half pigeon on this side. So same side. So again, half pigeon getting into the hips. Right, most of us have pretty tight hips. And the hips are the power center. So we need to keep the hips flexible. We need to keep them strong. So you're using this part of your body, your hips, for sprinting, changing direction, shooting, anything else involving a squatting motion. Good. And in this pose, we want to think about getting really heavy, really soft. And again, just focusing on our breath. And it's going to be an uncomfortable pose for most of us, so we need to use our breath to just sort of breathe through that. Good. Okay, slowly work your way up, straighten your arms. And then, how about a quick child's pose here? Quick child's pose, so knees go wide, hips go back, stretch your arms out long. Yeah, really nice. And then come on up. We'll go into lizard on the other side. So left foot is forward, hands on the inside. And your right knee is down, uncurl your back toes. You might need to walk the back knee back just a little bit. So we're looking for a stretch here in the front of the back hip, the psoas muscle, the hip flexors. Good, and then again, same thing. You can stay up high, you can come down to your forearms here. You can turn the left toes to the corner of the mat and roll onto the pinky side of the foot, just letting the knee fall open. Whatever feels good, whatever you can do to get into this stretch. Good, and then come on back up, lift your chest, half pigeon. So the hips are square, and you're just letting everything get heavy and soft. So release any tension in your belly. Release any tension you may be feeling in your hips. And just breathe here. Maybe coming into that 4-count breath. So taking the air in for a count of 4. And then letting the air out for a count of 4. Okay, go ahead and lift your chest. And then make your way to your back. We're coming into the 5th and final stretch. This is a reclined twist, supine twist. So go ahead and make your way down to your back. Just start by hugging both knees into your chest. Maybe rock side to side. This is a nice stretch. It just massages the lower back. Can you guys rock side to side a little bit? Yeah. And then leave your right knee in. Let your left leg go long on the mat. Yeah, and then give your right knee a good squeeze, and then cross it over your body for supine twist. Shoulders stay heavy on the mat. And you can see that the right arm is reaching out long. And the left hand can rest on the outer knee, the outer thigh, just to give a little bit of extra weight. So this is a great twist. We're working spinal mobility here, and lacrosse players are constantly twisting, defense, changing direction, dodging, passing, shooting, and all of those twists take a really heavy toll on the spine. So this reclined twist helps the back to recover. Okay, go ahead and roll back onto your back. Let your right leg go long, hug your left knee in. Give it a nice big squeeze and then cross it over your body, supine twist. So same twist, other side. Now the right hand can rest on the outside of the leg for some extra weight. The left arm is reaching long to the side. Again, just kind of letting gravity take over, letting the knee fall a little more with every exhale. And then go ahead and roll back onto your back, hug your knees in one more time, just give them a good squeeze. And then come on up to a seat. And that's it. Thanks, guys.